Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you a basic step-by-step guide of how to make a DIY stand for your aquarium. Now I was going to do it in a video, but I am going to do that in a future video because I've got another project coming up very soon. So for this one I'm going to show you it in photos. Now as you can see on this photo, what you need to bear in mind when you're making a stand for your tank is that the stand is the right size for your tank and also will take the weight of the tank perfectly. The size of your tank can make a big impact on this. So say for example you've got a 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, as you can see in this picture here. That will roughly be around 640 litres. So the tank without the glass weight, the water alone will be around 640 kilograms. So as you can imagine, that's a huge amount of weight on that tank. So you need to ensure that your stand is strong enough and also supportive enough. Now the bottom of your tank needs to be fully supported by this stand and perfectly level, because any imperfections in your cause cracks, damage to the tank, smashed tanks, etc., which can be diabolical. This image here is a perfect example of what a bad aquarium stand looks like. As you can see, it's very unsupportive. It's actually leaning to one side, so it wouldn't take a lot for that to go over. Now you may think that a metal stand is stronger. Not always the case. Most wooden stands are so solid. As you can see on this one, the tanks in the middle are fine, but obviously the tanks on the side are not actually supported by anything. The bottom of the stand is actually pushing on the bottom of them tanks. This can cause them to split or crack. The bottom of the tanks are not fully supported. A lot of people like to use furniture as a tank stand, which is great as long as the furniture is sturdy. Now having your tank overhang with a piece of furniture at the top is not good for the tank, causes stress. Again, I've emphasised the point, it will make it crack. It's not a case of it might, it will make it crack. So you need to ensure that everything is perfect for that tank. Now I'll go into the actual steps of how to make the stand solid and structurally sound for your tank. When making a stand, you need to make the top frame and the bottom frame the same size as the tank. This means that the whole bottom of the tank will be supported in every way. As you can see on here, I've done 2 frames both the same and laid them on the side to put the legs in there to get the desired length and height that you need. Now as you can see here, this is a box frame. This is a very basic one. Some people would have settled for this, but you do need to support and strengthen the legs. As you can see in this picture here, the legs that were originally just screwed to the outside of the frames are now boxed in, which means that the wood is actually put in as support underneath the frame itself and secured to the legs. This gives it extra support where it's needed, makes the stand very, very strong, and also takes the weight bearing load much better. Now as you can see here, I've started to add middle supports, which again is very important on a larger tank especially, but you'll also see the struts on the side, but going across the tank, as you can see here. This basically gives the legs extra stability and rigidity, and also allows for extra strength and support. As you can see here with the middle supports, I've done the same again with the slats across, and then you need to do the same again on the back, so it's the same amount of legs all over. So on this one it has 8 legs. On the legs on these, you do need to support the front of them like I've done on the outside legs. Again, that's extra support, as you can see on this picture. Now once that frame's finished, you need to get a smooth, flat surface. It needs to be perfectly flat. What I've used on here is a worktop. You can use anything from plywood. Try not to use MDF. MDF can tend to warp when it gets wet. As you can see, this is a finished article. What you will notice is that I've put polystyrene under the tank, which is a must. Without polystyrene on the tank, any imperfection on the top of a stand will cause the tank to crack, despite how smooth and level it looks. This is a very basic stand, but structurally very strong, as obviously I mentioned earlier, I will be doing a video on making a new stand for one of my new projects, which keep an eye out for. It will be a much more in-depth video. Once you've got your stand made, you can clad it however you like. Now what I did with this tank is I cladded it in tongue and groove. As you can see, it was a very rough finish, but it needed a bit more trim. Of course, bear in mind that the cladding does add extra strength to the stand as well, and also it increases the size, so bear that in mind when measuring it up to fit it in a certain space in your house. Now the tank that I have here, this was the original stand. Now it looks very strong, it held, but it was very light, soft wood, and also it was the wrong size, hence why I've made the new stand. As you can see here, the new stand, when it was nearly finished, looks much better, much tidier, and really makes a difference to the aquarium. Now the best part of wood is that it can be reused. Now I made a tank stand here out of reused wood, which was actually the old stand that was shown in the previous photo. This was for a dual Rio 180. Now as you can see, it does look very rough. It's not the best looking stand, but it's structurally very sound. Now once I've got the basic frame like this, I actually purchased some furniture board, which you can get from most tool stores. As you can see, the finished effect actually looks very visually stunning. So it doesn't always matter what the stand looks like on the inside. Now most people will prefer to use CLS timber, which is very cheap, very clean cut, and very structurally strong. But of course you don't need to use new wood, so if you've got some old wood lying around in your garden, by all means use it. Weathered wood is even better, it's much stronger. Of course, stands come in different sizes, and you can get them in racks, which is obviously designed to suit multiple tanks, and is great for space saving, perfect for fish houses. Now these are made very simple, but also very similar, but that's something I will touch up on another video. As you can see here is a fine example of what they can look like in a home when they're done decorated correctly. Once again, I can't stress how important it is to make sure that your tank is supported at every point of it, and that stand will hold the weight perfectly, and also to keep the polystyrene under there. Try not to go for things like carpet, because there's a bit too much of a fluctuation in there. Now when glass gets broken, not only does it flood the floor, it can damage electrical equipment, it can damage your carpets, it can damage the stand, it can damage furniture, but also glass is incredibly sharp. It would not take much to slice through your finger, or through your child's finger, or even a pet. So please, please make sure you've got it perfect. Well, that's it for now, so thank you for watching. Again, I will touch up on more detail when I do a video of a new project soon. Once again, thank you for watching the videos, thank you for subscribing, keep hitting subscribe, keep liking and keep viewing. The videos are improving and I thank you. But for now I'm going to leave you with a few of the tanks and stands that are on my group. Hope you enjoy and thank you for watching.